Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, it's kind of a nice, cool, overcast day, and we're supposed to get some rain tonight. So what I'd like to do is start doing a little bit of the gardening. You know, I added a planter over by the patio cover a few months ago, but have kind of left it bare since then. There's also this area behind me here with the bird bath where I planted those palm trees a little over a year ago, only to have them die the next week when we got hit by a freak winter storm. So I'm going to start filling this area in again, and I got to pull the palm trees out, and that's going to be our project for today. Let's go. This area has kind of gone wild in the last year, and I've been trying a little bit to clean it up, get it ready to go. You may recall a few weeks ago I planted those elephant ears in this section here. Yeah, look at that. That one's coming up there, doing really well, getting bigger every day too. That thing's huge. And then I got another one growing over here. This one isn't quite as big, but it's popping up out of the ground too. So I don't know what happened to the one in the middle. I planted one over here too, and I don't see anything happening on that one. But what I got at Home Depot yesterday was a couple of these philodendrons. And I remember seeing these in yards in California, and I can see it looking really nice in this area. You know, I've kind of decided that this area maybe is going to be like a broadleaf type plant area. What I do is I like to do different zones in my yard, and so like I said, this seems like a perfect broadleaf area. Broadleaf plants tend to do well under heavy canopy, and there's definitely a lot of that here. So it's not going to get a whole lot of sun, and it should kind of fill in this area and make it maybe kind of a nice cool refuge for Flash. But the first thing I got to do is get these out. Now, these have been sitting here all year, and they're pretty rotted out, so I suspect they'll come out pretty easily. And honestly, I think I'm just going to put these things right in the same hole. There's this one here, that one back there, and that one over there. And I think it'll create this real nice triangular pattern around the bird bath, which will, you know, make a little bit of a refuge for the birds also. So we got the first palm tree out. I was actually talking to my mom a little bit about this yesterday, and she was concerned this was going to be a colossal pain in the neck, because pulling palm tree stumps out generally isn't a easy thing to do. Fortunately, these hadn't gotten a chance to establish really well. They had just been transplanted into the ground when their lives so unceremoniously ended. So it was a little bit of a challenge, because I'm still cutting through some of the root ball that's down there, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been because the soil was relatively loose. Let's get the first one in the ground. One down, two to go. It's funny, just this morning on the live stream we were talking about Flash and her laying eggs, and looks like she's found her spot for this year. She's digging a little hole right next to the garden here, so I guess that's her spot. Alright, got the second one in. This one went in a little easier. I think the two palm trees in the back were a few years younger than the one that was in the front, so the one that was in the front was a little bit more dug in, but this one came out pretty easy, and I suspect this one will too. So let's get this last one in, and we'll be able to wrap up this project. Alright, now we got the third one in there. I also got in there a little bit with the rake and the leaf blower and got a lot of the leaves out of there. It was kind of messy in there. Now it looks a little bit better. I also pulled out some of the weeds. There's some things in here like this that I don't really want growing in here. Now there's this kind of cool little clover stuff that's growing in here, and I don't have a problem with that. So we'll let that kind of grow in here. But the philodendrons I think are going to do well here. Like I said, it's going to be very, very subdued sunlight, so they should do well here. And also, like I said, it'll create a cool place for Flash to kind of escape the summer heat sometimes. So I think all I got to do now is give this a good, really solid drink. We're supposed to maybe get some rain tonight, so I'll make a decision whether we run the sprinklers or not. But at very least, I want to start off by giving them a good drink, so we're going to do that. Alright, so I've given this whole area a really good drink. Like I said a little while ago, we might get some rain tonight. If we do, then it'll get more of a drink. Even if we don't, I'm going to probably run the sprinklers tonight anyway. So I think we got this stuff off to a good start. It's going to look real nice when this stuff grows up. It's supposed to get, 4 or 5 feet tall, so it should really kind of fill in this whole area, kind of give this corner of the yard almost kind of a tropical look to it. So that's a good thing. Like I say, I like different zones, in the yard, and that's what this one's going to be. And probably protect the bird bath a little bit so the birds can have a little privacy when they're bathing, because who really wants to bathe in front of others, right? But I think we're going good here. We're going to put some more in here eventually, but I just saw these at Home Depot and I said, you know what, these are cool, and I think they'll go really well on this little corner. So anyway, I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night. So we got Flash back here, kind of four-wheeling it through the rough of the yard here. Probably gonna go find some leaves to hide in. This may actually be where she sleeps tonight. Who knows? Was kind of back here buttoning up the yard after finishing up all the planting, and I heard some rumbling in here, and I figured, okay, well, either there's some wild animal that's gotten in here or it's Flash. And I guess we found where we're going to sleep tonight. That's as good a place as any.